Here we go. Everything looks good. I think that we are just about ready to go. So let me just finish up a few things here. Sure. We are making sure everybody can come hang out with us. There we go. And everything looks like it should be working, I believe. Stream is live. Okay, I didn't realize mana traders needed to email me to tell me that I rented the deck that's sitting in front of me, but sure, why not? As long as I can hear myself in the stream, then we will be good. Sitting in front of me. But yep, okay, excellent. Perfect. That will do. So, we are playing Merfolk today. Well, yeah, let me get rid of this. I think I have a tendency to forget that the Twitch chat blocks the sideboard sometimes, so can I make this bigger? I think I can. Like, that's probably fine. Isn't there like, yeah, here. There we go. See, look, that's so much easier to see, isn't it? That's right. So yeah, we're on mono blue Merfolk today. And I mean, we've got a pretty balanced list, I think. Let me put this here. So there we go. Yeah, now I can see everything. Yeah. Let's see. 1-drops. You know, we've got 2 Cursecatchers to supplement our Tide Shapers. We are running 2 Gut Shots, which should help us a little bit against the Ragavan decks. I think Gut Shot's worth testing. There's a bunch of stuff it's helpful with. Other than that, 2 Spreading Seas to complement the Tide Shaper, so we have redundant Seas effects, which will be useful if we go up against a lot of like Urza's Saga. I am running a split of Subtleties and Forces in the main deck here. So the Cursecatchers kind of supplement the Force of Negation as counter magic. So that's one of the reasons. Like, just because Cursecatcher's really good against the Cascade deck, so that's why I like having it. I mean, Benthic Biomancer's probably a little bit better against some of the other decks, but I mean, a lot of stuff is super low to the ground, so having something that interacts with the spells besides Force seems useful. Other than that, everything's basically the same. We got 2 Mutavaults, 2 Caverns going on, 2 Groves. I probably could play a 3rd Grove if I wanted to and maybe cut an island. That's debatable, but yeah, I think it's fine. Sideboard, we've got a pretty good roster of friends here. You know, 4th copies of Force and Subtlety. You know, 2 borrowers. You know, we play relics a lot. Counterspells will help us if we go up against like the control decks. Skydiver we have for the hammer time. Kira can come in against the shadow decks. And Chalice is also extra help against stuff like Living End and Rhinos, so that's good. Alright, see, I see Contra, Motown, and Drake Gideon in the chats already. Excellent. So, yeah, I think we have a really, really nice stocky list to play. So, let me return the chat. There we go. And let's run it through a league. Yeah, I'm sorry. Last week, I just didn't play last week because I was sick. That's all. But I'm okay now, so we're going to play. Yeah, there's a lot of burn out there in the world right now, so having 2 Groves over 3 might be the way to go. Yeah. We'll have to see. You don't really want to have too many of them when you're going against burn because it's going to hurt your life total a lot and might take you within that critical 1 point of life that's the difference between winning and losing that match. It gets really tight, so. Other than that, been doing all right. So, if you saw, I played Final Fantasy VII earlier this week, so part 1 is up. I don't know what day I'm going to do part 2, but it's probably not going to be until at least Saturday or Sunday. Because tomorrow night, I will be going on the Drunken Peasants podcast. So if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see I always retweet a link to that. Because tomorrow is actually my birthday, so I'm going on that podcast and help me celebrate. That'll be fun. We're playing original Final Fantasy VII, not the remake. I ended up testing negative. I had all the symptoms, but I was just apparently a regular cold. So I did test negative, but anyway, in any case, I feel fine. So we're good. But it's hard to know. And you know what I did discover though? Getting testing in the United States is just like fucking impossible. It is ridiculously difficult, and it's probably the main reason that Omicron is going to totally wipe out our country. Like hospitalizations are through the roof right now, and it probably has something to do with the fact that companies are pushing to have people come into work when they're sick. Finding testing like half the time, the only way you can is if you drive to like 17 stores looking for it. And guess what? The last thing you want to do when you're sick is go and physically be around other people, because stores can't be bothered to have inventory on their websites correct, or like sometimes they don't even answer the phone. So happy birthday, Motown. Yeah, tomorrow I will be turning 33. Oh god, kill me. It's like 1 foot in the grave already. Oh, so. But it'll be okay. It'll be fun. But in any case, I'm fine now. I'm really enjoying playing original Final Fantasy VII. And if you actually watch, I'm playing with a bunch of mods that make it look nice. Our opponent is dicking around with something. Who knows? But clocks on them. They won the die roll, so they just kind of walked away. Other than that, yeah, like Final Fantasy VII is definitely one of my favorite RPGs. Oh yeah, getting older does suck. Like I'm starting to feel it in my knees. Like I'm wondering if maybe I have or arthritis or something, because like when it gets cold, it gets more difficult to like bend them the correct way. Walking is fine. Just getting up and standing is the hard part. And it's like, oh god, please tell me I'm not that old. I don't want to deal with that. But that's also been getting better too, so that's a plus. But I definitely did not do myself any favors, because I was bowling on New Year's Eve and like almost collapsed twice, and that was the point at which I decided, you know what, I need to stop. I just need to tag out of my game, because I cannot be throwing bowling balls on a weak knee. Sucks, because I really enjoy bowling, but it seems like I might not be doing that for the foreseeable future. Oh well. Should we say I let them know that I'm actually here in the chat? Oh no, there they are. They saw it. Sand's not unkeepable. They mulled to 6. All right. So we have something to do on 1 mana. The only thing that would suck is if they like Thoughtseize us. They're playing Luris, so it's probably Death Shadow. So Thoughtseize is a concern. But I mean, we could always go like Glasspool Mimic, and like we have 2 Svyluns too, which like this card's really good in this matchup. Like I'm inclined to kind of gamble on this. I mean, they might start with like Ragavan or Shaman or something. Or Channeler, I mean. Yeah. Okay. Basic Mountain. What do we got? I don't think that we're going to do anything about that. It's just going to have to hit us. Like, I can't afford to throw Subtlety at it. Well, that's good, because that means we can cast this Cursecatcher. Which, I mean, if they... Like, I'm totally cool to block with this thing. But they might have to use a removal spell on our 1-drop, which would be nice. I love when they waste removal in the 1. So it means that the rest of the creatures are more likely to survive. Okay. The drawing a basic island there was definitely very helpful, so. We could realistically draw 1 more land before it becomes a problem. And even if we draw another land, that's not bad, because then we can actually... We could actually, yeah, we could realistically, like, cast the Glasspool on something. Well, they're probably not casting anything right this turn with Ragavan, so... No, they're definitely not casting that. Which, that sucks, because I would have liked to draw that, but it is what it is. That's not bad. However, they already have a treasure token, so playing this as a Spreading Seas right now is not particularly powerful. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Because if I play Master, like, they could just kill it. I guess the benefit is if I play the Tide Shaper and they kill it, they have to use the treasure token if they want to, like, Fatal Push this thing, so I guess that's what we're going to do. So at the very least, it eats up a token from them, so... We can maybe save the Master for next turn if we don't draw another land. So we'll play Glasspool Master and just hope. I mean, they could have, like, Unholy Heat or something. That's totally possible, but then it doesn't matter either way, so... So it looks like they probably have a Shadow in hand, or maybe they just have a Fatal Push that they want to use. We're getting closer to this Subtlety, which is nice. And if we exhaust the removal now, then Svyelun's more likely to live. Yikes, that's rough. I guess I'm discarding Subtlety. Because I think, like, this is all better. K-Command was rough. I don't need to tell them what I'm doing here, but... they exiled Oboro, which, I mean, we could have used that with Svyelun here, but not the end of the world. That's actually good. We're gonna definitely use Trickster on this Ragavan this turn. They only have 2 cards left, so we're getting close to a point where we can stabilize here. I guess we're just hoping they don't have, like, Drown in the Loch. And they seem to be aggressively shocking themselves, so this makes me feel like they have Shadow. This looks like Drown. Okay, well, I guess they just have, like, their last card has to be, like, Shadow, right? That's the only way this makes sense. But again, like, I'm glad they used it on this and not, like, Svyelun here. We've exiled pretty poorly with this, so... Just put Luris in hands. I mean, that's fine. Spreading Seas doesn't really do anything here. We just play Svyelun and pass, because this can definitely block Ragavan. And I mean, I think we're pretty sure that they have Shadow in hand, so that was their other card. I feel like they wouldn't aggressively shock themselves if they didn't. Usually they're a little bit more conservative with their life total before that point. I mean, even if they kill off Svyelun here, like, we have a backup one, so that's good. The Spreading Seas is not going to be terribly impressive. Well, they have a fucking Drown in the Loch, so that's rough. No, they're going to have to crack a token for it. If they play the Drown in the Loch, then they hopefully can't play Luris here. But that is now, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 answers in a row they've had, so rough. I don't think they're going to play that. No, they could actually play Luris now if they want. This is just ridiculous. Like, look at what Ragavan is like doing here. Like, it. No, they have like the perfect thing that we're lucky that they haven't been able to like really play the cards that we've been giving them. But my God, they effectively could have drawn like 4 cards with this thing. So. I don't think it really matters a whole lot. 2 more cards. I guess I'm just gonna... See, I'm worried about playing Svyelun again. She's not protected, but at the same time, I don't think I have a better alternative. Like, my best draw here is getting a land so I can play Master and then Merfolk Trickster. So I need Svyelun to live this turn. Okay, that's fine. I don't have that yet. That's not fine. So I guess like this could go bad for us. But if we can like fade, you know, this Svyelun dying and we draw lands, like we could be back in this game. So they like the card that's on top. Lightning Bolt. Okay, well, I'm not blocking Ragavan because I know Lightning Bolt's coming, so I would rather just let them deal 2 to me. Well, they definitely can't play that, so... So I know they have a Bolt in hand, which is not great. Only can hang on for a few minutes, yeah, that's fine. I appreciate you showing up. That it always is great to see people here. So I don't know how I feel about the way that this game is going right now. We're on a huge time advantage, but it looks like their opponent is probably doing very well on the board. So it's possible they might bolt me. They could bolt themselves, which yeah, they're going for Death Shadow. It looks like. They are bolting themselves so they can play the shadow that we figured they had in hand. Yep, there it is. Okay, well... that does actually work here. So, okay. They have 1 card in hand. I could attack with Svyelun here. So I guess that's a good question. Like, I don't think that I can. Because this is going to get out of control. Puts them to 7, like... 1 card, though. Okay. So what happens if they block, like... I have Merfolk Trickster to just make it indestructible and kill off whatever they block with. They'll probably block with, like, Dragon's Rage Channeler. I don't think it's going to work. So... The thing is, we would draw a card, but I don't really want to lose my creatures next turn. I think I just need to, like, fade something bad happening to me. So they have 1 card in hand right now. I am unsure what I should actually like. Maybe I'm supposed to Trickster down this Dragon's Rage Channeler before they draw a card. They have one card in hand. Okay. So let's turn this off. So we could actually be close to winning. So if they have nothing... So, like, this is the thing. If they have nothing here, we actually can kill them with Island Walk. I don't think they had it. They don't have removal because they would have used it there. So what we need is for them to have drawn like a land and have like another channeler or something in hand. Interesting. Okay, so what happens if they have like I don't think that it matters. I think blocking here is probably free. It's indestructible, and it's not like this thing's gonna die either way, so they can just recast it if they want. I think they were just looking to... Fuck! No! Okay, well, there was nothing I could do about that. I need to draw another Lord. Damn it. I need a Lord right now, or I'm dead. Like, that's gonna ruin me. Because I had 10 Island Walk, but they're tapped out, too. I think they were just looking to try to draw a free card and get more mana. Ah. Alright, how do I live through this? They still have one card in hand. How much... If I attack them, like, I'm probably in a lot of trouble. Let's see, 3... Like, if I attack, I have to block with something. Right? Yeah, because I have to Trickster the Shadow. And then I have to block something. I mean, the only thing is if I attack, whatever blocks dies. They go to 7. If they're at 7 and they attack with like if they I don't know, if they attack with everything, I could like Trickster the Channeler and block that, and that might be... No, I still have to block the Death Shadow. Because this is going to attack for the most. What's going to happen? Like, what if they draw a removal spell? If I attack and they draw removal, can I still live? I think so. But probably drawing a card is my best shot at victory here. So, the Ragavan can also dash as well. So, they have, what, 3, 6, 10, 12. So I do have to block one thing. So, like, yeah, it's not ideal. I would live, but wouldn't be great. Alright, I think I still have to go for it, though. If I don't attack, I have to draw a card here. Because I have to try to find another... I have to find something. Like, I definitely have to Trickster this Shadow. Well, that's not great. I didn't think they were going to block. This thing gets bigger if I discard a card. Does discarding one card matter? I don't believe so. But I might want to keep it. Now, what happens if they have like Culligan's Command? This, so I take 3, 6, 8. They have Culligan's Command. I'm willing to die to that. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. So I think, is there a reason to not play it? I don't think there's anything that, any reason not to play this card. Well, I don't know. It's something they don't know about, so. Well, we have to, like, tap down this shadow right now. This was a good one. This saved them from dying. If we had one extra card in hand, like, we could have actually gotten through that. Yeah, right. There's Ragavan. They don't have a creature in their graveyard for the Channeler now. That's rough. Nope, they have an artifact. Never mind. Channeler back online. That's not good. So they put a... Alright, so they're drawing a blind card off of this, so that is a positive. Attacking with Lurrus. I love it. Okay. What does this mean? I think I blocked the Lurrus with Tideshaper. They might have, like, Culligan's Command in their hand. They'll go to 10, but like this still puts me in range where if I draw a Lord, I could win. But I'm not playing around to command. Alright, well, Silvergill wasn't going to be the one that did it, so I need to draw another Lord. Let's play another Shadow. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not great, but it actually could be a lot worse. Hmm. Oh, alright. How does the math look now? If I attack with Svyelun now, I think that I'm in trouble. Definitely play the Mutavault here. It's not great. I think we're just passing because I don't. So if I attack here and that puts them down to 7, these both become 6s, and there's no way I can fade that. Whereas, like, theoretically, it's possible that they just have nothing, but it's unlikely. So there's at least a chance that I could still draw like a Lord and save this somehow. I just don't think attacking with Svyelun there is going to work. But Mutavault does give us another blocker to work with if we so choose. Yep, dash Ragavan. Okay. They're going all in. Interesting. So what do I need to block to live? So right now I'm at 5, so I can block here, double block this, and then block this. It's possible they could have Dress Down. I mean, can I beat them if they have Dress Down? I'm not sure that I can. I think like this, and then I just go to 2. And just hope they don't have like a bolt. Whatever. I mean, my stuff's gonna. I mean, Svyelun's gonna die, I guess, but this is not great. Like that, there's not really a block that really works here. I get to keep a Trickster if they have nothing. No, I don't because they just fetched and shocked. So never mind. Yeah, that was it. There was nothing. There's no way to like realistically get through that. The thing is they had the fucking like Hymn to Turok on a stick, so that's kind of what did it in. I did not have counterplay to that. I don't really like Chalice, however, I do like Relic. I think Brazen Borrower is fine, and I don't really care for Force. I have to take out one more card. I don't really think Spreading Seas is impressive. I guess I could take in Skydiver. I don't know. Chalice is like not really that good because they have like so many answers to it. They do have, things that can blow it up. I mean, I could bring it in, I guess, and take out one vial, but look at this. The problem I have so many 1-drops, like I have this mostly to put it on 0. I don't think that putting it on 1 is actually going to be very beneficial to me. Like the problem is we're trying to play with a real curve here, and like this doesn't really stop them. Like they have tons of ways to get through it. What are we gonna counter on 0 with this? They're not playing any of the card. Like I guess you could counter Mishra's Bobble, but that doesn't really matter that much. It's like I don't think that Chalice on it's I don't know. I don't particularly. Yeah, the Luris loop is not really the relevant part though. Like I don't think this is doing as much as you think it is. I honestly think that just bringing in another creature is better. Chalice of the Void is not really a good card against these decks because they have like lots of ways. They already have like Drown in the Locks to counter it, and they have like, the Kolaghan's commands to blow it up. They have like engineered explosives to blow it up. Like there's tons of things they can do with it. I actually think I'm gonna keep this because I have a bunch of stuff to do with this 1 mana until I get the second. So if they play Ragavan, I'm just gonna kill it. And then getting this relic out early is very good. So we have relics to deal with the stupid Luris loop. That's the plan. Okay. They're going to play like... I mean, yeah, we're definitely going to kill that. Get that shit out of here. I mean, we need to draw land soon, but having the relic early and having that to get the Ragavan off the board is very helpful. So, it's a start. Okay. I mean, they have to take Silvergill. This is the correct choice here. They took the Lord? That doesn't seem right. Unless you are going to Thoughtseize me again right now, like, that seems really bad. Alright. They can play a shadow right here. And assuming they have another land, they're gonna like. No, if they could have played a shadow then, and it would have been safe. So I don't think they have a shadow. Alright, so here's my problem, though. Like, I don't think that realistically attacking with Cursecatcher while we don't have pressure is a good idea. It is still possible that this Gut Shot could kill a Death Shadow, so I want to keep it online if I can. Now it can't. Alright, now they're going to hurt themselves. I don't like hurting them more than I have to. That also seemed like this seemed like a spell maybe it would have been fine to throw into a Cursecatcher. They found a channeler, so I guess I can kill that. Okay. Let's get rid of that too. Alright, now I think we're in a position where we can start attacking. We do have some pressure here. Well, they do have a shadow, so that's less than ideal. However, a land would still put us back in this really easily, so we're not done yet. That is really bold to be fetching here. You can't Kolaghan's Command me right now. That's not a thing. No, they're just putting Luris in hand. Alright, that makes sense. That is super duper helpful. We're getting close to the point where we could kill them. Let's see, if I play Silvergill Adept here, what happens? They could put like Luris and Dragon's Rage Channeler in play. They might attack with the Shadow, but I feel like they probably shouldn't. Let's see what could happen here theoretically. They play Luris. Like I could like Still have 5 cards. I don't know about this. If I play like this, if I play the Silvergill, like, or if I play a creature right now, then I'm not going to be able to stop Blaris from recurring the stupid Channeler. So that could be a problem. But I think that I probably need to have this Silvergill in play in order to find like an Island Walk Lord to potentially just kill them out of nowhere. That's the hope anyway. And like I can stop Luris, or like I still have like some interaction for the creatures to like. That's not bad. No, I don't think I need to yet. Because it's still super dangerous for them to go on offense here. They could attack me with Shadow for like 1 turn, but then next turn they're in a lot more trouble. Okay, well that sucks. Now they if they just have a bunch of removal in hand, that could be a huge pain in the ass. Because then I'm not going to have necessarily the pressure to kill them. There's Luris. It's not the worst yet. You want to go to 4? Like, I don't think you want to. Yikes. Okay, what are you gonna do with this? Play like Channeler? If you play Channeler, you risk me just drawing like Lord and kill you. I have to take this. Like, tapping out is actually very dangerous for them right now. We'd even have 2 draws for this. I don't know about this plan. Like, it seems really sus. Alright, I think I have to play the Mutavault here and then probably crack Relic. So I can Trickster, or I can either Trickster or Brazen Borrower or something. I think I want to probably Trickster. I think I want to Trickster this thing. But if we just draw a Lord now, we win. No, but it's not the worst. So they probably can't counter this. So if I tap this thing down, like, we can realistically just bounce the other 2 and then just try to kill them. Yeah, I'm not attacking here, so. So, like, now I actually do have a very dangerous amount of damage in play. So they don't add more creatures there in shit, so. If Luris attacks, like, it sucks, but I can at least get it off the board. Ooh. Terminate is not great. Okay. Alright, well, we'll see how this goes. Yikes. I just have, like, so much removal. Alright, well. Yeah, I think this is a good attack from them. Ugh. Alright. I have a couple options. I probably have to use Brazen Borrower, but I might want to play the Relic first. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Luris, and this math is looking less pleasant now. 3 removal spells was a lot. Let's see, you could play Relic, activate Mutavault, block with something, or yeah, block like Dragon's Rage Channeler, and then bounce something. So yeah, I could use Mutavault, Cursecatcher to block, bounce like Shadow. It lets me play the Relic, this, and this. I guess the only, like, if they have basically anything, though, I'm probably just lost. Like, I have the option to just double bounce things, but I don't think double bouncing things is going to get there right now. Like I have to bounce the Death Shadow. The question is, do I play the Relic or not? I don't think attacking with Mutavault is an option here. I mean, if I play Relic, then I have the option to block here, block here. Assuming that they don't... Well, I guess, what, if they find a fetch land, this is going to be online. No, they only have instant... Okay, never mind. So they need to put 2 things in to trigger this, so... Could be, but I could take it and then just bounce this. I think that's what I've got to do. Alright. This is what we're committing to. This is not great, but do what we got to do. They have 2 cards here. Yeah, I have to wait with this borrower until their turn to do it. Alright, let's see how they attack. Alright. Think like this is what we have to do. They used a Drown in the Loch here. Alright, I guess let's let them surveil first. So the Luris is gonna live, but I have to petty theft this right now. Yeah, they can't Drown in the Loch again. And this is going to be 0, so I can't save it. I mean, yeah, they're going to play Rage Channeler again, and they already had one here, so it's not great, but yeah, I don't think we have an out now. They have lots of instants here, so I think exiling my own stuff is just better. Let's see. I am just straight up dead unless I draw a Trickster. And to be honest, even if I draw a Trickster, it's not going to work. They had a Drown on top of that, so like, yeah. Alright. Alright, we lose. That was rough. I mean, they had really good draws, I think. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, this deck always like has really good draws because it has like an insane amount of card advantage stapled to all of its stuff. So, like, Channeler, Luris, and Ragavan are just a fucking engine that is like absolutely disgustingly powerful. We did the best we could. I mean, if we had drawn our second land a little bit sooner, then I think we would have had a better shot that game, but it came online a little bit too late. The gut shots looked good, but the problem is, like, gut shot is only really a tempo card against this deck because As soon as Lurrus comes online, then guess what? You're a fucking idiot if you're playing removal in your deck. So, yeah, Lurrus came online, and then they were able to just use it. That's kind of just how it is. Still of the opinion that, like, Lurrus is going to get banned for the same reason as Uro at some point. It's like, it doesn't matter how many different decks play Lurrus. It's like, they're all... It's the same argument for Uro. It didn't really matter how many different decks were playing Uro in it. The card is just, like, absurdly just crushing and format warping. But, I don't know. It is what it is, so... Let's hope that round 2's better. That's all. We are on the play. Let's go. This hand's fine. We'll keep it. No companion here. So we just play Island Pass. And we have Gut Shot in case like something stupid happens. Misty Rainforest. Temple Garden. Oh, what are we gonna see here? I don't like this at all. Oh fuck, this is Titan, isn't it? Yeah, no, it's exactly right. They power errated a mechanic, and that mechanic was still busted, so it should say everything that, you absolutely need to say. Triome. Is this Titan? Like, I didn't think that Titan played a Triome in their deck. Okay, well. It's not bad. Next turn we can play like Cursecatcher plus a Master. They gave us Island Walk, which is cool, but I don't know if it's gonna matter. Because if this is like Titan, then it could just end really badly. I mean, I guess it could be Bring the Light, which means the Cursecatcher would be better. If they have like Ren and 6, that's bad. Okay, if you Prismatic Ending that thing, I'm happy. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, there we go. We just play Cursecatcher. It has to, yeah, it has to be. Like, their mana is way too greedy for it not to be. Surprised that they're not playing like Yorion, though. Teferi Time Raveler, I don't think this is going to matter because we still can just kill it. Like, they can't protect Teferi. Even if they bounce like Master, that doesn't do anything. Really? You're bouncing Cursecatcher. Okay, does this mean... because they don't know I have another Lord. I guess that makes sense. Alright, so we can actually do 2 things this turn. I can play Glasspool Mimic, copy the Master, and then play Cursecatcher. That actually is a really good way to go here. Does it matter, or should I go after the... you know what? This might be a scenario where just going after them is the better call. So I'll put them at 13, and then, like, I just play another Lord next turn. And then I have Gut Shot to kill them. Theoretically, I think this actually is better to just try to kill them. It's not like Teferi's doing anything relevant, and we don't need to Gut Shot this thing, so... They're not blocking. But if we can play this Master, we can actually just win the game with a Gut Shot. Okay, Iteration's fine. Honestly, if all they have is, like, Iteration, like, that's really good for us. So if they play a land and, like, Prismatic Ending, I can just counter it with Cursecatcher. That's not a big deal. But I think they're not really doing well here. guess they could have like Force of Negation. So let's play the Master. All right, question, opponent. Do you have Force of Negation? Gut shot for the win. Fucking awesome. Could not do that again if I tried. All right, Cursecatcher is looking fantastic there. Subtlety looks fantastic in this match. I'm guessing that counterspells are probably really good here, so I think we want Force. I think we want Counterspell. Spreading Seas could be really good, but it could also be really poor if they, like, because Wrenn and 6, like, really undermines this a lot. I don't really like trying to seize this deck out because, like, it's way too easy for them to fix their mana. And I'm still not sure. They might still be playing, like this, yeah, it could be like Bring the Light Scape Shift, so they could still have Dryad and, you know, like Scape Shift. So I don't, Spreading Seas might not be that impressive if they have Dryad in their deck. The only other thing I would consider is maybe Kira. Kira looks like it'd be pretty good. Cursecatcher's probably fine. On the draw, like Tideshaper is probably fine because it's a 1-mana 2/2, but I don't think I can afford to cut the Silvergill Adepts. I'm pretty sure we want those. And honestly, like, Island Walk is pretty strong. Like, we should have a pretty good game against this. The only question is, do we want Kira here? Like, Kira does look like kind of appealing. I just don't know what I would take out. Like, maybe I just take out 2 Tricksters and just put in some Kira. It's possible. I'm guessing they probably don't have a lot of creatures I need to Trickster down. I mean, maybe they just have a bunch of 1-for-1 removal, so... Yeah, you know what? That's a fair argument. If we're on the draw, then maybe keeping the Tricksters a little bit better, but we'll see. Otherwise, like, I think we're probably doing pretty well here. Like, these decks are clunky, and like, if you can counterspell like a couple things that they're doing, you're probably doing great. I think I'm keeping this. I have Aether Vial and Cavern of Souls, so yeah, their counter magic's not going to do anything. And I even have a 1-drop to put in, which is nice. Silvergill's always good off of the Cavern. Sure, Arboreal Grazer. This really does look like it's probably Bring the Light Scape Shift. That would be my guess. Which means, yeah, having a bunch of counterspells to counter that would be helpful. Expressive Iteration? Okay, sure. I'm not terribly concerned about that. And I think I'm gonna just play Silvergill Adept. Yeah, there's the Valakut. Ah, see, look, called it. We knew it. Never did they not have it. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. All right. Merfolk. I will cast this. I will show them the Merfolk Trickster. They don't know about the Tideshaper right now, so there's no reason to just tell them that there's another creature on the way. So if they just, like, try to play Teferi and bounce Silvergill, that's not going to work out for them. They're going for another iteration. Okay, I guess that's fine, too. This gives us the opportunity to, like, Vial Trickster in, tap this down, get in an attack for 4. Also, we can play, like, Svyelun here. So... Overall, we're doing okay. Prismatic Ending. All right. They might ending the Silvergill. And they could go after the Aether Vial, actually. That would be good. Okay, well, I am gonna put this Tide Shaper in. Sure, my Aether Vial goes away. That's not bad either. Honestly, I might just play another Tide Shaper and just like hold up Subtlety plus Svyelun. In case they play like another like an Omnath or something. Let's see. I can put them to 14 here. I can force a block, or if I play the Trickster, I can get in for an extra 2. So put them to 12. Then I can go 12, 6, and then all right. So maybe that could be enough. I mean, they might also have something like Anger of the Gods too, which in that case, then maybe playing Vial's a better hedge. This also means I could potentially play Svyelun now next turn and still have Subtlety held up with the Tide Shaper, so that's also a thing that encourages playing Vial over this. Yeah, Omnath. I would really prefer that you didn't do that. Come on, draw me a counterspell. It's not bad. Because that potentially does just like win the game. All right. The question is, they're gonna have like a bajillion mana with Omnath next turn. What can they do with it? Like if they have Primeval Titan or something, they could go for it with that. I think our best bet is just attack and then play Svyelun and then just pass and hope that. Yeah, because Fury is definitely also a thing that can happen. So let's attack. They don't need to know we have Svyelun right now. We'll hold back Lord of Atlantis for like to try to alpha strike them when they least expect it. So if they, I mean, they can gain some life here, but yeah, with Omnath. We're close. So we know one of the, we know what they're drawing here. So if they want, to crack, like I don't think they're cracking this. I think that they might just draw Omnath and save this to make the mana with it. But I'm also wondering if maybe they can't. Like, if the cards in their hand are not good enough, they might have to crack it and just throw Omnath away. Maybe that's what they're considering right now, is if they can reasonably play Omnath and have their turn not suck. Because Omnath would have made their follow-up turn like a lot better, but in this case, they might not get a follow-up turn here, because now they're a little bit lower in life and my board's a little bit bigger. So things get a little bit harder. Aha! The Omnath goes away. They were like, no, we can't do it without Omnath. Alright, what do you got? Because if it's just like Primeval Titan, we can actually kill them. They need to do a little bit better than Prime Time. So that's 5. Are they going to hard cast Fury? No, they're probably going to cast what? Supreme Verdict. They don't have enough to win with Scapeshift yet. So my guess would be Supreme Verdict. Yeah. Which we get to keep Svyelun for this, so. It's not bad. Definitely tick this up. Yeah, that's great. Alright, well, we can always draw with Svyelun first, so... see what we get. Okay, yeah, I'll go for the extra damage. And hopefully Counterspell will just do it. That was a really, like, that was pretty clutch. Svyelun plus Lord is a potent combo. I just want them to tap out big. Okay, I have to counterspell that, right? Because if I don't counter this, then, like, Valakut's gonna ruin my life. Because then they can just play it. They can crack, like, this fetch land, and then I'm just dead, so... Whereas, like, here, it's really hard. Like, I don't know what they're gonna get here. They could... yeah, I don't know. Solitude, maybe? Hello, Proud Jester. Aha, we win the match. There we go. We beat Bring to Light, so... yeah, we kind of, like, sniffed out what they were doing here. You know, they went for the verdict because they realized Omnath wasn't going to get them there. And then, yeah, we drew the counterspell at the right time, and there we go. We had it, so... we were drawing an island off of our grove and then another island for our turn, so... there's that. So that puts us at 1-1. That's fine. I think, like, in general, the Bring to Light Scapeshift deck is definitely a lot better for us than the Amulet Titan version. But still, Subtlety is really good against it either way. Yeah, and Counterspell is, like, also pretty decent against this deck, too. Yeah, because there are just going to be a lot of times where they just have, like, Omnath or Fear, like, they tap out for something, and then you just, like, you just use some counter effect on it, and then it's just, okay, they're just tempoed out, so... yeah, well, I am a dirty blue mage, but you know what? They were playing blue cards, too, so it's not like they're innocent in this. Look, I'm a good blue mage, okay? I win the game with creatures, like, the fair way of playing Magic. This hand is not fucking keepable. No companion revealed, but, like, this hand is just hot trash. We can't cast anything. This is actually a lot better. Keep this. I think I just put a Trickster in the bottom. I don't play mill. I win the game by attacking with creatures. Alright, so I mean, the choice here is either a Glasspool Mimic or a Merfolk Trickster. I mean, the 4 of a kind is pretty hilarious. Like, honestly, like, it's not the worst. We could just do that, but... I feel like keeping Glasspool in case we draw, like, Svyelun or something is better. So I'm going to put 1 Trickster in the bottom. Okay. So, we're up against Tron, so yeah, that was probably correct. Because we want blue mana here. Yeah, and because our land now pitches to fucking Glasspool Mimic, so that's great. No, I promise I don't play any mill spells in this deck. I only play creatures and counter spells. That's pretty much it. So, I think if they play Scrying here, I'm supposed to counter it with Force. Ancient Stirrings, I will let that resolve, because this can miss, so it's worth, like, sometimes letting them try to miss with it. If they play a map, I probably would counter that, but they don't play a map, so it's... well, there we go. That's, like, the best possible thing I could have drew this turn. Let's keep them off that Tron mana. What? Can I get a wow fuck Tron? Alright. So we know, yeah, they play... that was also, I think, a mistake, because they put Tower in hand and they played Power Plant, so they let me know that they had it. Why? You should have played the Tower, because then I wouldn't know that you have Tron next turn. I didn't even realize that at first, but yeah, that just seems like a punt. Like, there's no good reason to not just play the Tower there, and then just hide the fact that you have Tron in hand. Okay, well they have nothing to do with it that turn. That's good. That's also fine. Because I can hard cast this force if I want, or just, you know, flash in tricksters. Still can just pitch Mimic to it, so it's not a big deal. Oh, they just drew another power plant. Fucking great. No, we are not doing this. I think we're in trouble though. They just kind of found Tron like through, you know, through the disruption. And we don't have another counterspell. It's not impossible. Oh, that was really good. Okay, subtlety puts us back in this. We can play like another trickster and then still like subtlety them for a turn if we need to. All right, what do we got? Walking Ballista for 4? Do I actually care about this? Like I kind of do. Yeah, I don't have a good answer to them doing this though. Like I still think I have to. I don't have a choice. I still have to go for this. No, he already has Tron unlocked because he just top decked another power plant. So no, and believe me, in this matchup, Jester, I am definitely the good guy. Tron is the fucking villain of Modern. It always has been. Oh, fuck, I didn't play the Trickster. I'm stupid. Whoops. I could have attacked for an extra 2 damage. That actually might end up being my downfall for not having played that there. Well, on the plus side now, I have Svyelun, so it's going to cost him if he wants to play the Ballista again. But, well, if he has Stirrings, it might not matter. He could just find Ugin with this, and then we're dead. But that definitely, that could have been wrong to not play that, so. This was the right card to deal with the Ballista, but alright, they found Ugin the Spirit Dragon, we're dead. I don't need to see him actually cast it. I know what the card does. I've heard of it before. I know that it does a thing. Alright, and Subtlety. Alright. So Gut Shot, no. Cursecatcher. I mean, Cursecatcher's fine. Spreading Seas, yes. We definitely want that. Honestly, like, this is the match where I think that I like to side out Svyelun here. Because I think that 3 mana is actually asking quite a lot. The thing is, like, it does draw a card and it's like good against Ballista, but we're trying to like win before that's a problem. I think that this is probably just better to keep the curve like as low as possible. Yeah, I don't really want to be tapping 3 mana for it either. Thieving Skydiver is not bad. We definitely could be playing this card. Like, Chalice of the Void is also not bad, because playing Chalice in 1 does stuff, but I think this is probably fine. Like, we've got enough stuff. We just need to not draw like shit, that's all. This actually is okay, because we have Force, we have Tide Shaper, we can play Glasspool Mimic, we even have a Counterspell backup too, so we just play Glasspool on turn 1 as a land, and then we should be pretty good for a while. So they kept 7 cards, we kept 7 cards. Whereas I think if they play a map, I'm probably forcing it. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna let it go. Because I might need this to act like... Okay, oh, see, we have even more tools now. Okay. Let's just start this off early and keep them very far away from Tron. The only thing is I like playing... I like keeping the Trickster here, potentially, because I can hold up with Counterspell. I could just throw away the Mimic. But I think, like, we could be okay for a while. And then next turn we'll probably do one of these things. Oh, they have another power plant, of course. Well, what are you going to do? They didn't play another Tron land, so that's a plus. Okay. The good news is we can pretty much play whatever we want whenever we want here. Yeah, go ahead, crack your map, but you're not going to actually do anything useful with it this turn, so it's fine. So they got a mine, so maybe they have a tower in hand. No, but they can't. If they had a tower, they definitely would have played it, so... That's okay. Alright, let's see what they got going on. There is a very strong possibility. If they don't do anything, I might just play Brazen Borrower as a creature. Because then it lets me just hold up a bunch of counter magic while my clock is a lot faster. Because then I can go 7 and 7. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Yeah. Like, I have a hard time seeing how they're getting out of this. I have double counter magic up at this point. And very lethal in play. There's the tower, but I think that's a little bit too late. I guess if they had Ulamog, like, that could be it. That's gonna do it, though. Alright. Game 2, crushed. Alright. Yeah, I think that was fine. Like, and the thing is, like, imagine that we had, like, I don't know, Svyelun instead of, like, a Borrower there or something. Like, tapping out would have been actually kind of a big deal, because it means we wouldn't have had, like, Counterspell up, for instance. Whereas, like, having, you know, flash stuff and stuff that's low on the curve means can easily get to a point where you can cast either, you know, 2 spells, maybe one in your turn and one in their turn. Or in, like, 3 mana, you can play, like, a 1-drop and then the 2. This is not bad. We have double force. We have Vial. Like, this actually is... I think I have to keep this. It's not... It is not bad at all. So we just play Grove plus Vial here. They're keeping 7 cards. Alright, let's see what happens here. Okay, Chromatic Star is good. That's... Because if they play, like, Sylvan Scrying, I am much more inclined to counter that. Okay, that's great. We don't have to take damage from this. Which means we can also easily throw away this Glasspool Mimic if necessary. So this now becomes force food. Ancient Stirrings. I think I am going to force this. I'm not going to let them get another Tron piece with this. They might... Oh, they didn't have another land! Oh, man, that is fucking brutal. They were banking on that drawing a land, so that's absolutely nut-crushing. Oh, we have spreading. Like, this game's fucking over. Like, they're not coming back from this now. We've got this by the balls. All right. So, like, next turn, if they play a land, we can just spreading seize this thing. Vial and Silvergill. Like, we're set. It doesn't matter. It's over. Okay, sure. Why not? I mean, it doesn't really matter that badly. We don't get to draw a card off Silvergill. Woohoo. Definitely seize the... Well, they had to have just drawn this, so we may as well seize the mine. That is also fantastic. We are just fucking crushing this now. And if I want to, I could actually just bounce this and then play the Silvergill, but I don't need the cards that badly. I just need to put creatures in play and just kill him. He's not even close to Tron, so like they're just dead. Sure, Merfolk. Okay. You know what? Let's just add insult to injury. I can throw that away to force. Like, they're not coming back. Like, it's over. Sure, whatever. It doesn't matter. Sure, fine. This doesn't do anything. It's too late. Okay. You have a power plant. I will leave this on 2 because most of the creatures we want are going to cost 2. Yeah, like that. I can hard cast the force if I want at this point. But sure, fine. That is meaningless. Okay. But they can kill off my Cursecatcher, I guess. They can't take it up this turn, so... Yeah, like, it doesn't actually do anything. We just kill them right now. It's over. They're tapped out, like... We have exactly 10 in play. Even if we didn't have 10, it wouldn't make a difference. Yeah, I'm not going to forget to attack. I'm sorry. There we go. We win the match. Fucking crushing. Picking the Ancient Stirrings to Force was the right call. Because they didn't have a second land. They kept an incredibly super greedy hand for the last game where they were just like, all right, we've got Tron land, we've got Ancient Stirrings and a Chromatic Star, and we're just going to hope that gets there. It's like, you can't keep that on... Like, that is not a 7 I would keep with Tron. I'm sorry. You have to have at least, like... If you're keeping 7, it has to have Tron by turn 3. Otherwise, you're definitely mulliganing to at least 6. Maybe you keep that on 6, but there's no fucking way you can keep that on 7. That just can't be correct. So, alright. It's 2-1. We are on the play. This hand looks fine. We'll keep it. We'll just play Cursecatcher in turn 1 and see what happens here. Opponent is not showing Aluris, so that they're not showing a companion, so that's a benefit. We've got some free interaction here. If we're up against like Tron, for instance, we have like a Tide Shaper, so it's a lot of ways this hand can go right against certain decks. We'll have to see. Alright, what are we doing here? Street Wraith. Okay, then we're up against Living End. Which means Force and Cursecatcher are very good. I guess here I'm gonna attack with the Cursecatcher. Let's see. Doesn't matter, like, they can't go off next turn, so may as well play the Tide Shaper. Sorcery speed, so the Trickster's instant speed, I can hold that up. No, they can't realistically do anything to me this turn, so I'm not worried about it. Like, they're only gonna have 2 mana, so like they can only cycle. And I have a Force for their Living End. And I can even protect it with Cursecatcher for a turn. I want to get some pressure going against them before they like go all in on this Living End. Like here I probably hold it up, so like I can attack for 3 a turn and just like hard cast Force, that's fine. Or actually, it's even safe for me to play Trickster this turn if I want. Because again, they can't go for it on their turn because of the Cursecatcher. Yeah, cycle, okay. Sure. And yeah, if they do it on their turn, then I will hard cast the Force. Or I'm sorry, not hard cast. I will pitch cast it just in case they have like main deck Mystical Dispute. No, but they can't because of the Cursecatcher, so this doesn't actually like I guess I have to just now I have to force it like this. Because if they cast Dispute, I can still just sack the Cursecatcher. So I guess a Lord off the top wins. We may as well play this and see if we can find something. Okay, no, we're absolutely not doing this. Well, hold on, I gotta get rid of this shit. We are not buying fucking shit on this channel. That's Subtlety. It's actually not terrible, but let's see. All right. So realistically, what happens here? Like they're gonna. I need them to take the damage. Like if they have another Living End, I can't do anything about it anyway. So, sure, they can take 3 and go to 4. This still means that like potentially a Lord of Atlantis could do something. They're gonna have Curator of Mystery, so it is what it is. So if they have like another Cascade spell, I'm pretty much lost. I will get Cursecatcher plus Tideshaper back, but doesn't really do enough. No, actually, no, it might actually work, because if they make the mistake of attacking with Curator of Mysteries, I could actually hardcast Subtlety next turn and then kill them with Gut Shot, so I could potentially survive one attack. So, alright, let's see. Oh, if they cycled there, then that means they're in trouble. Alright, now they have a land, so no longer in trouble. They can just, like, they can go for this. What the fuck are you doing? Grief? Wait a whoa. Grief. Okay. They're casting it for 4 mana. I think that means they just lose, don't they? Yeah. Okay, we get there. They did not have another Cascade spell. Fucking awesome. Because they very easily could have. So the thing is, if they had another Cascade spell, so the plan would be sack the Cursecatcher, so we get back the Cursecatcher and the Tideshaper, to use those to like try to not die from their first attack. Hope that they attack with the Curator, because it's the only creature with flying that was in their graveyard. And then at their end step, we hardcast Subtlety, attack for 3, and then use Gut Shot to deal the last point. So that was the plan. Now as far as this, we have lots of tools against this deck this time. Okay. And that. Okay, so what do we not need? Svyelun, you are ridiculously slow here. I'm sorry, we can't use you. What else? Spreading Seas, you are not very good here. Gut Shot, I'm sorry, but you're not going to be very good here. And we need to take out one more card. So this is a match where like Island Walk actually does matter, so keeping the Lords is fine. The Trickster is also good because can play it at flash speed. Maybe Silvergill or maybe one Glasspool. That's a tough choice. So we definitely want blue cards to pitch to our Subtlety and Force. Silvergill is not bad because it does draw a card. This is actually a tough choice. I could take out one Tideshaper, actually. Like, I think maybe, yeah, maybe take out one of these. Like, Silvergill's probably better than a Tideshaper. We can run it like this. I'm not taking out Cursecatcher. Cursecatcher is actually very good here. This is one of the matches we want this card for. This hand is fine, actually. And this is also a hand where, as long as they don't grief me, I am very inclined to play Relic first. Because as long as I have... Oh, fuck. Well, I'm getting griefed. So they're going to definitely take the Relic of Progenitus. Alright, well. Because they don't have a choice. If they don't take Relic, they can't combo. Alright, well, they've made the choice really easy for us. Now we're playing Aether Vial. Alright. They keep 7 cards here. Yeah, they did keep 7. Alright. It is what it is. So, we need something. We need to draw, like, Chalice or... Like, we have a lot of really good draws. Lots and lots of good draws, but we need to get it, like, right now. Come on. Give me something juicy. Oh, fuck. It's a little bit too late for that. I guess we just play a Lord here. Hope that they don't have something. That's not good. Alright, well, if they have Living End right now, they have Living End. Oh, they don't. Okay, so there's hope. We have hope. Wait, what the fuck just happened? Okay, well, if they put an Outburst in the fucking graveyard, then maybe they either don't have the red mana, which it looks like so they can't cast it, or there was, like, maybe a Shardless Agent. Okay. Well, I mean, it's something. No, the Trickster is not really what I need right now. Oh, fuck. Okay. Uh. Hmm. How do I do this? I think I just attack for 2. At this point, I just kind of have to hope he doesn't have it. I'm gonna hang on to Glasspool in case I need to, like, use Subtlety if he has, like, Grief. Okay. We could be in trouble here. Oh, okay. No, I can live with this. This is fine. Evoking. They're gonna blow up my Aether Vial, but I don't think I actually care that much. Huh. Because I can just use it in response and then hopefully just kill them. Uh, let's see. How much damage can I actually put into play right now? If I Subtlety this thing, pitching a Merfolk Trickster, that means I put these 2 into play, take up Vial. So this will be 4, 4. This will be 5. It's a lot. Where it's only 13 though. It doesn't actually get the. It doesn't actually do it. Whereas if I let them blow this up, then I could put out like these 2, and then next turn. Yeah, it doesn't really change the calculus very much. All right, I'm gonna do this. I want to see if this maybe invites them to use like a mystical dispute. Because I think this opens up the possibility that if I draw another Lord next turn, then I can actually win. So I put Trickster and Lord, and then I tick up Vial, draw Lord, and that would actually be lethal. So Subtlety, okay. Interesting. Okay, well, that's fine. Do I care? No, I think I just bottom the Subtlety here. Okay. They're gonna blow up my Vial, so it is what it is. But I mean, I have 10 Island Walk in play, so that's not bad. So putting them at 3 means they cannot fetch and shock. I put it on Rogue here so that way they don't have Mystical Dispute. I am kind of going all in. I'm just trying to turn off fetch land in case they're holding on to a Violent Outburst, so if they draw a fetch land, they can't win with it. That's the hope. If they draw Shardless Agent, it's over. Oh! That's not going to work, though. If you have Shardless, alright, yeah, that's going to do it. Well, not necessarily. Like, I guess... Is it possible that there's something I could draw here? You don't know. No, okay, because of the Waker of Waves, it's going to be too little too late. Alright, you got it. I needed them to not have Shardless Agent. There's no line I had that could beat Shardless. So, however, if they were holding on to a Violent Outburst and they only drew the fetch, then they couldn't have won. So, I think that we played that correctly. We just didn't come out in that game. Hopefully, since we're on the play here, this should be better. Because now if we have like Relic or Chalice, we get it out before the grief comes down. So that was really close. Yeah, and I think Subtlety there was kind of good to just bait out if they had like a Mystical Dispute. So there's a very high chance if they had it, they would have used it there. Okay, I would love to be on the play. Double Force is not bad here, so I think I'm going to keep this. We'll play Silvergill and Master and hope that's going to work. I mean, if they grief me, they grief me, but what are you going to do? Sure. They can't take both forces at least. So they probably will take one of them, so there is that. There is an argument for taking Master of the Pearl Trident, so I can't cast Silvergill next turn. But I think they probably take a Force. This lets them potentially go off in my turn with like ultimate or Outburst. No, they took Silvergill. That's surprising. I think if you were going to take a creature, you take the Master. They're just worried about me drawing a card. Well, this is going to fuck them real hard. Hopefully that this is going to... Yeah, this is going to work. Alright. Relic is really, really good. That effectively counters a Living End. They might have a Foundation Breaker for it, but... There's not... I can't really defeat that. Alright, they have an Ingot Chewer. Alright. Sure. That's not bad either. Okay. Let's try to turn off the green mana. Alright, this is keeping us in this. Oh, okay. Well, I can live with that. That tells me that they don't have another foundation. They don't have like foundation breaker in hands because they would have did it. But let's just keep attacking the green mana because they can't cast either of their cascade spells without it, and it also turns off like their answers to Chalice. And I'm keeping Glasspool to pitch to a force. Why would you do this now? Did you just draw Foundation Breaker? Oh no, they're just hard casting Curator of Mysteries. Okay, cool. I mean, I guess that makes sense. They're in some serious trouble, but I do have Island Walk here. So I don't know how much this matters, but I am gonna play a Glasspool here because then it lets me hard cast a force in my turn. So they can't like do something on their turn and then on my turn. So I have at least one force up, but it's looking very promising for us. They have to answer Chalice and resolve a Living End, and I don't think they can do both. Probably not both and beat the Force. That's also very good. You will not be blocking them. They have Island Walk. There we go. We had the hate to beat Living End, just barely. Yeah, that's the thing. Living End is like a really, really strong game one. It's very similar to Dredge, where like the percent that it's going to steal game one is like a lot higher than it will be for games 2 and 3, assuming you have the appropriate sideboard card. So you can see that's kind of like the pressure is definitely there to succeed. If you can win game one, like you're in a very good position for the match. But yeah, trying to it most of the time you're gonna probably have to go for games 2 and 3. We're 3-1, so we've already made our money back in this league, so that's good. So if we win this match, we get some extra prizes. That'll be fun. Okay, let's go. See what we got. Edward 40 hands. We're on the play. That's good. We're up against Luris. That's not good. I think that I'm keeping this, though I'm not. It's a little bit sketchy, but I think I have to. We'll probably end up playing this Glasspool as a land. For lucky, we're up against Mill. Mill would be the ideal Luris deck for us to see right now. But chances are it's probably Shadow, and it's going to be very hard. Shadow's way more common. Dragon's Rage Channeler. As much as I would love to like Subtlety that, I can't. It's way too early in the game to use that. That's shitty. So this might be a Mardu deck. Drawing a basic island would be good. Or that. I think here we're going to Spreading Seas. Get our card draw off of this. And now if they attack with this Channeler, now I can just Vial in Tideshaper and just get them. Alright, see how this goes. Alright. I mean, again, if we're lucky they don't have another land, that would be cool. They have Sacred Foundry, which means we might see something like Stoneforge Mystic, which would be fucking terrible. Do I care about that? I don't think so. I mean, I actually could Subtlety this thing. That wouldn't be the worst. Yeah, actually, that wouldn't be bad because then I can Svyelun next turn. I'm gonna actually pitch Glasspool here and Subtlety this. It's gonna cost them their whole turn, so no, I want them to attack with the Channeler so Shaper can block that. Because here I can Violin Tide Shaper and then play Svyelun and then potentially draw a 2-drop to Violin here. So, and if I do that, Ragavan's not going to hit me, and then the Mana Screw plan is going to be a lot stronger. Yes! Fucking got him. Get wrecked. Everything is drawn up according to Dream. Alright. Drawing a 2-drop would be the absolute best here. Well, you can't win them all. Alright, I guess I'm playing Basic Island. I'm casting Svyelun. Because now if they dash in Ragavan, I just block with Svyelun and it doesn't actually do anything. They did put Ragavan on top, so like they were hoping that it was gonna get to hit me. I mean, it still might. It's not impossible. If they have like Fatal Push, they could definitely push Svyelun attack with Ragavan. No, they just use Prismatic Ending. Okay, that's not great, but it is what it is. I could leave this on 2. That was really good. Let's draw a card. Okay. I don't need to tell them that I have only a land in my hand, but I think now I wouldn't block, but like last turn I would have because I didn't like denying them the treasure token actually does matter. Because I wanted the Spreading Seas to be effective for longer so it would constrict their mana. So they have Lightning Bolt here, they'll but they can't okay, they have a Sunbake, so it doesn't matter. It was like it was kind of hurting them a little bit. So if they want to dash this, like it's not great for us, but this thing is basically like they can't cast whatever they draw with it, really. Unfortunately, they got us. Like Svyelun is something I would have loved to have drawn this turn. Okay. Well, they just thought seize themselves for 2. They have 1 card left. What is it? Is it like a Death Shadow? Okay, sure. We leave this on 2. What do I want to put this on? Probably. I have to actually be careful about what I put this on here. I could put it on Elemental, or I could put it on Shapeshifter, but just because I could play around Drown in the Loch like that. It's, yeah, like, I have to think about it. We have 3 more subtleties in the deck. We do have 4 copies of Glasspool Mimic, so Shapeshifter's not terrible. But I don't know. Either way, it could be bad. Like, you have to worry about like what Drown in the Loch's gonna hit, so like what matters more? They know about this. Like I could always tick file up to 3 if I need to that badly, so Elemental's probably fine here. Alright, so I guess we're just attacking. We have to hit them all we can. I don't think they have Drown in the Luck or any counterspell effect in this deck. It looks like they're a Martyr deck, and they're probably not playing. They're probably not playing any Watery Grave, so it's not a huge concern, but it is something to think about just in case. This deck is probably playing Stoneforge Mystic, I would imagine. Fuck. It's not good. They could actually cast that if they want. I'm surprised that they keep using the Spreading Seas. Like, if you know that you're drawing cards from the blue deck, these might actually make sense to leave untapped so you don't have to blow your treasure tokens on it. Well, that's not good, because now we can't attack through this. If that was Lord of Atlantis, that would have been a lot better. We need to stop drawing fucking useless cards. Alright. I guess we're just passing here. So here they can just put Lurrus in their hand. Like, I have to kind of let Ragavan keep hitting me, because I don't have a good way to win otherwise. They leave 3 mana untapped. Like, why didn't they just put Lurrus in hand that turn? Did they forget that they had it? Okay, you take away my Aether Vial. Yeah, alright. It's this card again, you know. Everybody's favorite fucking combination in Modern is Lurrus and Ragavan. The eternal fucking threat. Well, at least we're not drawing a useless card. That's actually helpful. What's up, Armchair General? We're on our last match. However, we're game 1 here. It's like pretty close, but this stupid Ragavan is like ruining my life. I think I have to Trickster this thing. So we are 3-1, and this is the last round. So game 1 of last round. Dude, I fucking hate Ragavan so much. It's a nightmare. Really? This seems irresponsible to attack like this. I don't. We put Lurrus in. Oh, never mind. They had Culligan's command the whole time. Alright, sure. I mean, it's not great, but I can kill the Ragavan. But they have Lurrus, so like. Oh, so here's a bug. I've mentioned this bug in my Twitter. Ragavan is supposed to be in the opponent's hand right now, because technically I could file for comments. This is a bug. Dash is supposed to put that card back in their hand at the end of turn. Losing the ability does not remove the dash trigger. In paper, the card is supposed to go, even if you remove its ability to, the dash is a delayed trigger. No, well, we're not gonna do that because we're already at least we're 3-1 anyway. So even if we lose, it doesn't matter. So we're still gonna get prizes out of it. But I'm saying you could be in this situation where this is actually a bug where you could request it. That's not supposed to be in play. And part of the problem is that a lot of the decks that play Ragavan also play Dress Down. So there it didn't matter because it was tapped. So you could attack by it anyway. But if they played Dress Down in their turn when they dashed Ragavan, or yeah, if you're in the mirror match and you play Dress Down, yeah, the mirror match, the opponent could play Dress Down so that Ragavan loses haste and can't attack, but it's supposed to bounce back to their hand at the end of turn. But it won't. It'll sit there and be able to block for a full turn when it's not supposed to. Okay, let's see. I think the opponent just forgot that they have... yeah, I think the opponent forgot they have Lurrus. Because they definitely should be using it. So here, we're really close. If I can draw a creature to block next turn, I could attack for 3 and then attack for 3. And nope, never mind. They just Unholy Heat. Fuck. I forgot. This is a, you know, a fucking Luris deck. Never don't they have it. God damn it. I was saying, like, if they didn't remove that thing, there was, like, here, I drew Mutavault, so I would have been able to attack them for 3, then use the Mutavault to block one of these 2 dummies, and then actually, like, win next turn. But here, they have Ragavan on top, so they can just attack for 4 and then kill me. Unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Alright, let's bring in Relic. Spreading Seas might be more effective versus this deck because they don't play blue mana. Or they're not using blue here. I don't think I don't like Force of Negation in this match. Cursecatcher is similarly not terribly great. I think I'm fine keeping 3 Subtlety. Oh, you know what? No, I want Brazen Borrower. This card matters more than Subtlety does. So, yeah, the last card here, I guess I just keep a Subtlety. Yeah, like, this is probably as good as we're going to do here. Like, I could bring in a Cursecatcher instead, like, it's possible. I will keep the 1 Subtlety, though. Alright, we're on the play. So if they didn't have the Unholy Heat, we had outs. I think I'm actually going to keep this. I have relics here, which are going to be very good against a lot of their stuff. Kira's fine. Like we have lots of interactive stuff. I'll probably play the Glasspool as a land next turn. So we'll see how this goes. Here comes Ragavan. Yay! That's not bad. I could do that this turn, but I think I'm better off playing Glasspool. Take a hit from Ragavan, and then next turn I could play like Trickster, or even like Kira. Kira might be the best way to start off. I'll have to weather a hit from this first, but if I can get Kira in play, like I might be in a good spot. Just hope that they can't draw anything relevant off this stupid Ragavan. Island. Alright, that's fine. I don't really care about Island here. Okay, Mishra's Bauble. I mean, you're not getting Delirium anytime in the near future, so we have to weather one more hit off Ragavan, but at least Kira means that it's going to cost them if they want to get rid of this thing. Then I can start playing like Silvergills and Tricksters and stuff, so. Oh my god. Fuck. They just fucking had that. Sure. I mean, that was like the fucking nuts. Okay, both of them, please. I can't beat that. That's just fucking good, man. You had Kaya's Guile on exactly 3 mana here. Sure. Ah, fuck. Alright, I think this means we're probably dying. Because without Kira to protect our stuff, like, they're just going to flood us out with removal and Ragavan. Like, I don't have any reasonable plan of how to beat them. Five cards in hand, that's crazy. Yeah, that's not exactly helping my cause either, because now... Oh my, that is really not helping my cause, because it doesn't even matter if they surveil with, like, or yeah, it doesn't matter that they're not becoming 3/3s. What matters is that every single spell they cast, they're gonna, like, fucking ponder with it. So, Jesus Christ. No, we're dead. This is way too much. I'm almost kind of wondering if we need something like engineered explosives to deal with these, but fuck, I don't even know if that would be enough. Because they, like, again, like, they have Luris, so, like, running all the removal just Luris makes it look stupid. So. Fuck. Alright. Well, we'll give it our best shot here, but, like, this is pretty hopeless. Um... Yep. Anything I trade with is just not good for me because, like I said, Luris is just going to bring it back. Collective Brutality. Good for you, man. Good for you. So they have land and artifact. Now they'll have sorcery. I can't do anything about that, so. At least I can stop Ragavan from attacking for a turn. I'm going to get hit with the Spirit Token, though. And if they have a Fatal Push or something, like, then these could attack, but looks like they don't. So. It's possible I might use Brazen Borrower to bounce this thing. That's not good. This looks like Prismatic Ending. No, they just played another Channeler. Like, fuck. Fuck me. Alright, have to play this Tide Shaper and probably play it. Like, I could play 2 Tide Shapers here. Just try to screw with his mana as much as possible. It's not the worst plan. You can maybe attempt to trade off this Trickster with this thing, but I could be getting attacked for 9 this turn. That's crazy. Which means I might need to keep this Relic back. It actually is to my benefit. Yeah, like, here, so the line here is that if they're going to get Delirium, they're going to be forced to attack with these, but then I can animate Mutavault, declare blocks, and then crack the Relic afterwards so that Mutavault and, like, Trickster could trade with these or something. They have Prismatic Ending to unlock their white mana. So, like, I kind of want them to be forced to attack with them because I can start eating them. Alright, so this is an option now. They do have to attack. They have 1 card in hand, so. Oh, yeah, so what I do. Oh, you know what? No, this isn't gonna work. I can't block and do this. I can only eat one of them. Fuck. No, I can trade I can at least block the Mutavault in this thing first. No, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Damn it. Nope. It doesn't work like that because they have flying. Never mind. So. Alright, well. I can only kill 1. Whoops. And I just let them have an opportunity to kill this thing if they wanted to. Alright, well, sure. It didn't matter. They had a bolt in hand anyway, so like I wasn't killing any of these. It don't matter. None of this matters. Look at this. They just put like fucking 4 cards in their graveyard. This is so bad. And they're going to remember Luris exists now. Because now they can get engineered explosives back, so... Bully. So they have Luris in hand. They can't actually cast Luris yet. If I Tide Shaper one of their lands away, yeah, they can't cast it. Let's see. Oh, fuck. They could draw a fetch land. That would be bad. They can draw a removal spell that would also be bad. I need them to draw like fuck. I don't know, a basic mountain. Like play Tide Shaper on that. See what happens. The question is, do I leave up the Mutavault here as to potential like I could leave up the Mutavault as a blocker, or I could like have tricks. I think that if they attack with the Ragavan, I probably have to use Trickster. Alright. Alright, let's go after the black mana this time. I can play the Trickster, remove the flying from this, block it here. And then trade Trickster with the Ragavan, I guess. Take 4 damage. Ooh, that's not great. What are you going to do, though? Like, I don't particularly have an alternative. This is like the best I can reasonably hope for. Because if I don't block Ragavan, then Luris is getting cast. And it brings back, like, you know, a ton of stuff. So, oh, alright, well, I have the option to kill myself, I guess. So, alright, I guess I'm just passing and hoping. Hope that they draw cards that for black mana that they can't cast. Never mind, they have a fetch land, it's all over. This is incredibly bad. Alright, so like I kind of have to do it now to get the engineered explosives out of their graveyard. Because I can't win if they do that, so. Okay. Um, I can cast this Brazen Borrower and bounce this Luris. It's not the worst idea here. It doesn't matter. I'm just dead anyway. Cause like, if the thing is, if I like, I don't really have an option. Like, I could take one, and let those die, and they still have two channelers, and like, I'm just lost. So I don't know what we have to, like. I don't know how we can fix this. Like, Gut Shot seemed like it was doing okay against them, but like, this is not enough. Like, god damn it. I don't know how to fix that matchup. It just seems way too bad. But I mean, we did good against everything that wasn't like the Lurrus Ragavan deck, so that's a plus, I guess. We beat what, Tron, Living End, and what was the other deck? I don't even remember now. What was it? Tron, Living End, and somebody help me. Do we remember what was the other deck? Because we played one Grixis deck and one Mardu deck, but there was one more that we played against, and I can't think off the top of my head what it was. I am trying like hell to remember. Oh, it was the Bring to Light deck, so yeah. And I mean, on those three, I think we had perfectly fine plans, but fuck, I don't know what we can do against, like, Ragavan and Lurrus just together just make too much card advantage. Like, we could stack our deck with stuff like Gut Shot to deal with Ragavan, or we can have like, I don't know, we could play like a bunch of Graveyard Hate to stop Lurrus or whatever. Together, it's too much, and if like even if yeah, it just creates too much value. It just makes like the removal is just so fucking bad. So like Kira is sort of okay, but like I don't know. I don't really dig Kira against those decks that much. Like, it seems like it should be really good, but the problem is by like the turn that you're playing Kira, they're probably already like beating the shit out of you. So it stops the removal, yeah, but like Ragavan's already been like, pushing your shit in, and Channeler's not far behind it at that point. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have the answer to like how to fix that at the moment. Because the rest of these cards, like, we need to have like stuff like Skydiver if we want any shot against Hammer Time. So, and I think Borrower is just too important against too many decks. It's probably like these Gut Shots, and I mean, maybe the Spreading Seas could go. I mean, they aren't helpful against Tron, but like if we could think of like 4 better cards that would like help us against the Shadow deck, then, or like those decks, maybe we could main deck something like that. It would be especially helpful if it was also good against some of the other stuff, but that, I don't know, that's where I fall. But I mean, I like the idea of like Cursecatcher. We did see this card actually help us against Living End, which is what it was intended to do, because that it just gets incredibly hard after a while, and you need to just have a huge density of answers to like really stop them. But I mean, Subtlety did pretty well. It did what Subtlety is great against like the 3 decks that we beat. So, well, maybe less so against Living End, but it's still not bad. But it is very good versus Tron, and it's very good against any of the Omnath decks. So I don't know. That's all I've got for this. So 3-2 again. I mean, we made money, so it's not like a lot, but it's enough to keep going. So that's a plus. Anyways, that's all I have got for today. I hope that everybody enjoyed watching. If you are watching the replay that is on YouTube, please do me a favor and click the like button. Maybe leave some nice comments. I would appreciate that a lot. I can only do this with your support. So, when your love, I don't ask for your money. I only ask for your love. Yeah, and if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do that. Again, it makes me feel pretty great when that happens. So. Would be fantastic. So, anyways, thanks everybody for being here. I guess let's go over and let's look at Fluffy Wolf. It looks like he's playing Oops All Chandras. That looks fun. So, hopefully we'll do this right the first time. Alright, everybody, take it easy. I will see you again next time. And, yeah, we'll have more Final Fantasy VII coming. So, alright, until then. We are out.